You wake up exhausted, even after a full night's sleep. Your hands tingle slightly. You forget where you placed your keys, again. At lunch, you feel foggy, your energy drops, and you crave something sweet. You brush it off. Just a long day, you tell yourself. But it's not just stress. It's not aging. It's not normal. What's happening inside your body right now is silent, but devastating. Tiny blood vessels in your brain are clogging. Inflammation is building. Your cells are starving for oxygen and nutrients. This isn't just fatigue or forgetfulness. It's the early warning sign of cognitive decline, chronic disease, and accelerated aging. And the scariest part, it's being fed by what you eat every single day or what you're not eating. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, a world-renowned neurosurgeon and medical correspondent, has spent decades studying the brain, longevity, and chronic illness. And he says there's one food that could change everything. A food so powerful it can reverse damage, clear your arteries, sharpen your mind, and even fight off cancer cells. You're not hearing about this in most doctors' offices, but you will today. This video will reveal it, and not just the what, but the why, backed by science explained simply, and tied to practical steps you can start right now. If this caught your attention, subscribe to the channel and comment below. Have you ever ignored a symptom like this? Let's keep going. Take a quick look at your last meal. Was it beige, bread, pasta, cheese, maybe a little meat? That kind of meal is incredibly common in the US and dangerously nutrient poor. What's missing isn't just variety, it's life-saving. According to Dr. Sanjay Gupta, the majority of Americans are lacking a single food group that has been linked to longer life, sharper memory, better digestion, and lower cancer risk. It's not exotic, it's not expensive, but it's nearly absent in the standard American diet. It's fiber-rich plant food. Think berries, leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, legumes, nuts, and seeds. These aren't just healthy. They're powerful agents of healing. They feed the gut microbiome, those trillions of bacteria in your intestines that regulate inflammation, immunity, and even mental clarity. Here's the problem. 95% of Americans don't eat enough fiber. And that's not just causing constipation, it's triggering a chain reaction in your body. Without fiber, harmful bacteria thrive, toxins increase, blood sugar spikes, inflammation rises, and over time, that leads to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, colon cancer, Alzheimer's, the list goes on. But when you flip the script and flood your body with plant-based nutrients, everything starts to change. Studies show that people who eat a high-fiber, plant-rich diet can reduce their risk of early death by up to 30%. That's not a minor tweak, that's a life extension strategy. So here's your first practical tip. Add at least 1 cup of cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, or Brussels sprouts to your plate every day. Start small, steam it, roast it, just get it in. You're not just eating differently, you're rebuilding your health from the inside out. Ready for what comes next? Let's keep going. Imagine this. You're walking into a room and suddenly forget why you're there. Words escape you mid-sentence. You start doubting your memory, wondering, is this just stress or something worse? Dr. Sanjay Gupta has a clear message. Your brain isn't just aging, it's starving. And the fuel it desperately needs, you won't find it in energy drinks, supplements, or even most brain-boosting snacks. You'll find it in flavonoids, natural compounds found in colorful fruits and vegetables, blueberries, spinach, red cabbage, dark chocolate, even citrus peels. These foods are loaded with antioxidants that protect your brain from oxidative stress, one of the key drivers of memory loss, brain fog, and dementia. A major study from Harvard followed over 77,000 people for 20 years. Those who consumed the most flavonoid-rich foods had a 40% lower risk of cognitive decline than those who consumed the least. But that's not all. These nutrients also help grow new brain cells in a region called the hippocampus, your brain's memory center. Yes, you can rebuild your brain even as you age. The problem? Ultra-processed foods, so common in the US, contain none of these compounds. Worse, they increase inflammation and damage neural connections. If your diet is low in color, your brain is running on fumes. Here's today's action step. Eat at least 1 cup of berries every day. Blueberries are best, but raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries also work. Keep them in the fridge. Add them to your breakfast. Snack on them instead of chips. It's a small habit with enormous payoff. And remember, it's not just about memory, it's about staying you. Let's keep going, because the next food might just protect you from the one killer in the US. You're walking up the stairs and feel slightly out of breath. You ignore it. At your last checkup, your cholesterol was a little high, but not alarming. So you carry on, until one day a sharp pain hits your chest. It's not a heart attack, but it's a warning. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States, and it rarely announces itself loudly until it's almost too late. But what if the answer isn't another pill, but something you could put on your plate every day, according to Dr. Sanjay Gupta? A handful of raw nuts, particularly walnuts, almonds, and pistachios, can significantly reduce your risk of heart disease. These aren't just healthy snacks, they're vascular medicine. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that people who ate a small handful of nuts 5 times a week had a 29% lower risk of heart disease and a 20% lower risk of early death from any cause. Why? Because nuts are rich in unsaturated fats, fiber, antioxidants, and arginine, which helps dilate blood vessels and improve circulation. They lower bad cholesterol, LDL, reduce inflammation, and stabilize blood sugar. And the best part, you don't need much. Just a small handful, about 1 ounce per day, can make a measurable difference. Skip the salted or sugar-coated versions. Go raw or dry roasted. Keep a jar by your desk, in your bag, or in the kitchen for easy access. Instead of reaching for cookies or chips, train yourself to grab what actually helps you live longer. It's not about cutting everything out, it's about adding the right things in. Next up, the daily habit that quietly strengthens your immune system and helps your body destroy cancer cells. Let's keep going. You sit in the waiting room, staring at the clock. The doctor steps in. We found something. 2 words that change your life. Cancer doesn't just show up. It builds quietly over time, cell by cell, meal by meal. But what if you could train your body to fight back every single day? Dr. Sanjay Gupta emphasizes one of the most overlooked low-cost cancer-fighting tools we have: daily fasting, or simply allowing your body a break from constant eating. No fancy diets. No extremes, just time. Research from the University of Southern California shows that intermittent fasting can trigger cellular repair processes, reduce inflammation, and help the body clear out damaged cells, including those on the path to becoming cancerous. Here's how it works. When you're constantly eating, especially processed carbs and sugars, insulin levels stay high and cells are always in growth mode. That's the environment cancer loves. But when you fast, even just for 12 to 14 hours overnight, your body switches gears. It activates autophagy, a process where your cells clean out toxins, repair damage, and destroy abnormalities before they can become tumors. And don't worry, you don't have to skip meals forever. Start simple. Finish dinner by 7:30 p.m. and don't eat again until 8 or 9 a.m. the next morning. Drink water, sip herbal tea, let your body rest and heal. Pair that with antioxidant-rich foods, and you've created a daily defense system that no supplement can match. The fight against cancer isn't just in a lab or a hospital. It starts in your kitchen, in your timing, and in your choices. Next, we'll talk about the ancient food that restores your gut, strengthens your immunity, and clears brain fog, all in one scoop. Let's keep going. You've been bloated for days. Your energy crashes by mid-afternoon. Your skin is acting up, and no matter how much you sleep, you never feel rested. Most people blame hormones, aging, or stress. But Dr. Sanjay Gupta points to something deeper and far more foundational: your gut. Inside your over 100 trillion microbes, forming the gut microbiome, a living ecosystem that controls digestion, immunity, metabolism, even mood and memory. When it's balanced, you thrive. When it's off, your entire body suffers. And the most powerful way to fix it? Fermented foods. We're talking about real yogurt, unsweetened: kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, and tempeh. These aren't trendy add-ons. They're ancient microbiome-healing superfoods that repopulate your gut with beneficial bacteria, restoring balance and lowering inflammation at the root. A Stanford University study showed that participants who added just 2 servings of fermented foods daily had a significant increase in microbiome diversity and a reduction in inflammatory markers in just 10 weeks. That's huge, because chronic inflammation is the engine behind most diseases: heart problems, diabetes, autoimmune conditions, even depression and Alzheimer's. Here's your practical step. Add 1 fermented food to your daily routine. Start with half a cup of sauerkraut or a serving of plain kefir in the morning. Rotate between options. Let your gut discover its strength again. This isn't about perfection. It's about daily reinforcement, feeding the good, crowding out the bad, and letting your body heal from the inside out. We've looked at food timing, brain fuel, and heart health. But coming up next, a strange little seed that may be the most nutrient-dense thing you can eat. And almost no one is using it right. Let's keep going. You're trying to eat better, maybe even taking a multivitamin. But despite your effort, something still feels off. Your digestion is sluggish, your joints ache, and your focus fades halfway through the day. According to Dr. Sanjay Gupta, there's a tiny seed that most Americans overlook, yet it's packed with more nutrients per gram than almost any other food on the planet. It's chia. Yes, chia seeds, the same ancient food eaten by Mayan warriors for energy and endurance. But this isn't some wellness fad. It's one of the most complete plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, protein, calcium, magnesium, and antioxidants, all in 1 tablespoon. Just 2 tablespoons of chia provide 11 grams of fiber, 5 grams of plant-based protein, more omega-3s than salmon, gram for gram, and powerful anti-inflammatory benefits. These tiny seeds help stabilize blood sugar, reduce joint pain, support digestion, and improve brain function. They expand in your stomach, helping you feel full longer, and they feed beneficial gut bacteria, improving microbiome health. The best part? You don't need to cook or prep anything. Just add them to a smoothie, oatmeal, or even water. Let them soak for 10 minutes and drink it down. You've just given your body a medicinal dose of whole food nutrition. But most people don't eat them, or they use too little to make a difference. Here's your tip. Start with 1 tablespoon a day, then work up to 2. Mix with almond milk for a chia pudding. Stir into yogurt, or just hydrate and go. In a world full of empty calories, chia is dense, healing, and quietly powerful. Next, we'll explore a golden spice that fights pain, boosts mood, and might even lower your risk of Alzheimer's. Let's keep going. Your joints ache when you wake up. You feel stiff, heavy, and emotionally drained. Maybe you've tried stretching, over-the-counter pain meds, even mood boosters, but the relief never lasts. What if the real problem isn't in your joints or your brain, but in your inflammation levels? And what if a simple golden spice, found in almost every grocery store, could help change everything? Dr. Sanjay Gupta highlights turmeric, and more specifically, its active compound curcumin, as one of the most promising natural anti-inflammatory agents ever studied. It's not hype, it's science. Research published in Phytotherapy Research found that curcumin was as effective as ibuprofen in reducing pain in patients with arthritis, without the gastrointestinal side effects. But that's just the beginning. Curcumin has been shown to reduce brain inflammation, improve mood, support liver detoxification, and even interfere with the growth of cancer cells in lab studies. It also boosts BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a molecule critical for memory and learning. Here's the catch: turmeric on its own isn't easily absorbed by the body. That's why traditional remedies always pair it with black pepper, which contains piperine, a compound that increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. So how do you use it? Sprinkle 1 to 2 teaspoons of turmeric, plus a pinch of black pepper into soups, stews, smoothies, or even warm almond milk. Do this consistently, or if preferred, use a high-quality turmeric supplement with piperine. but always check with your doctor, especially if you're on blood thinners. This simple habit can help calm the inflammation silently sabotaging your energy, your joints, and even your mood. Up next, a surprising drink that restores blood flow, lowers blood pressure, and protects your heart with every sip. Let's keep going. You feel lightheaded when you stand up. Your hands and feet are cold. Your doctor says your blood pressure is borderline, but not enough for medication yet. Still, something feels off. You're not imagining it. Your blood vessels may already be stiffening. Circulation slowing. Tiny warning signs of a cardiovascular system under stress. Dr. Sanjay Gupta points to a simple, natural drink that can help, without side effects, prescriptions, or extreme diets. That drink? Beet juice. Beets are rich in nitrates, compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide, a powerful molecule that relaxes blood vessels, improves circulation, and lowers blood pressure. This means more oxygen to your brain, muscles, and heart with every beat. A study published in the journal Hypertension found that drinking just 1 glass of beet juice daily significantly reduced blood pressure in people with hypertension within weeks. But the benefits go deeper. Improved blood flow also supports memory, endurance, and even sexual health, areas that often decline silently with poor circulation. Not a fan of beets? No problem. You can mix beet juice into a smoothie, try beet powder, or roast fresh beets and blend with citrus to mellow the flavor. Start with 4 to 6 ounces a day, preferably in the morning. Always choose 100% pure beet juice without added sugar. And if you're on blood pressure meds, monitor your levels closely and talk to your doctor. This stuff works. Don't underestimate the healing power of plants. Your bloodstream is your body's highway, and what you pour into it every day determines how smoothly that road runs. And finally, we arrive at the one daily food ritual that ties everything together: longevity, memory, immunity, and vitality. Let's finish strong in the next chapter. Picture a 95-year-old woman hiking a hillside in Sardinia, or a 102-year-old man in Okinawa tending his garden, laughing with neighbors, memory sharp as ever. These aren't outliers, they're products of lifestyle and diet. And one simple daily ritual ties them all together. Dr. Sanjay Gupta has studied the blue zones, regions where people live the longest, healthiest lives on Earth. One pattern is unmistakable. Every culture has a version of a daily plant-based bowl, a simple, grounding meal packed with whole grains, legumes, vegetables, herbs, and healthy fats. It's not just about nutrition, it's about consistency, simplicity, and nourishment without stress or excess. In Okinawa, it's a bowl of sweet potatoes, turmeric, and tofu. In Ikaria, Greece, it's lentils with olive oil, greens, and herbs. In Loma Linda, California, it's a vegetable stew with beans and whole grains, always plant-centered, always nutrient-rich. These meals deliver the perfect balance of fiber, antioxidants, complex carbs, and plant proteins, fueling the body while calming inflammation and regulating blood sugar. And they're eaten mindfully, often with family or community. Here's your challenge. Create your own daily lon. If you made it this far, you're not just interested in health, you're ready to act. Subscribe to the channel. Comment below, which of these foods or habits will you start today? And stay tuned, more science-backed, life-changing health tips are coming your way. You deserve a body and mind that lasts. Let's build it together. Longevity bowl. Start with a base of brown rice, quinoa, or lentils. Add dark greens like kale or spinach, colorful veggies, a spoon of olive oil or avocado, some seeds or nuts, and herbs like garlic, turmeric, or parsley. Do this once a day. Make it your ritual, not a trend, not a diet, a commitment to healing through food. Longevity isn't about avoiding death. It's about adding life to your years, energy to your days, and clarity to your mind, one bite at a time. If you made it this far, you're not just interested in health, you're ready to act. Subscribe to the channel. Comment below, which of these foods or habits will you start today? And stay tuned. More science-backed, life-changing health tips are coming your way. You deserve a body and mind that lasts. Let's build it together.